Hello everybody, my name is Lena Uihui. So today we're going to be talking about business equity. So whenever we're talking about business, there's a very commonly talked about phrase that is very highly rated in the business industry, which is business equity. So what is business equity? How do we even socialize that out, and how does it changes through different practice in business? Now first, business equity is a phrase that's very commonly used when we talk about the equity or like the ownership of a person in a company. For example, let's just talk simply. We have, for instance, I'm having a business, right? And so when I built that business by myself, I was the CEO of it, I built it, I managed it all by myself, and that means I have 100% equity, which means I have 100% of all the authorities, of the respect, all of the passion for me. And so I was the one that managed everything, and so I was the one that have the most authority, and so that means that I have 100% equity. And so when we want a business to expand, we usually would have corporations or things known as partner with another person. It could be with another person, it could be with another committee, it could be with another group, it could be with another organization or another business owner. You guys could see that a lot of successful business owners these days do not just own one business. They do not just attend 1% of all the business of all the country, but they actually would buy and be a partner with a lot much more countries than you guys might think, with a lot of more companies and a lot of more business. So it is a very common way to expand the business, because here is the pros of having business partner is that they will contribute money, they will contribute work, they will contribute workload, they will share with you decisions, they would help you on the way as a companion. And that means that you will have more opportunities, more chances, and the chances that you lose money or you give up or you ran out of money to invest in is very low. But the cons of it is that they will gain equity. And so, for example, the whole equity is, just imagine it as like a pie, and so it's 100%. And so when somebody is partnership with you in a business, they would have a part of that equity. It's based on how much that they pay, how much they work for. And so, for example, they have about 10% of equity, then you only have 90% of the equity. And so they still make a profit from what you're making. So they still make a profit, they still make decisions, they still have authority. It's just that you are the main owner. And when somebody has more equity than you, for instance, you only has 45% of equity, but your partner have 55% of equity, that means that you're no longer the very main CEO of it, but rather your partner will be the main CEO of it. So that's how equity works. And so a very other common way for you to expand the business by not taking equity is you could take business debt. It's almost like a student loan. You have to take a debt of it, and then you have to promise that you will pay for it when you can. And there's usually a deadline for it. So there's a lot of ways for you to open or expand your business, and the best way, most common way in these days, is through partnership and cooperations with other members and other people. The advantage of it is that they will contribute money, they will contribute risk, and when you lose something, they lose with you too. But the cons of it is that you lose the equity, and it will have a very high risk that you lose authority too. Thank you for listening, and goodbye.